Good day, everyone, or evening, everyone. Today we are going to show you all how to make an onion syrup that will last you up to 8 months, even more, actually, if you seal it correct. But especially this time of year, around November, December, we get a lot of illnesses like the cold, we got sore throat, strep throat, even sometimes people have stomach issues when it gets cold, and even arthritis. Now, this onion mixture is very, very simple. And we'll start off by, of course, we have two 12-ounce mason jars we'll use, and some tops, some lids, and we have one onion that we're going to dice into small pieces. Let's get into it. So I have my knife here, and now I'm going to slice up and dice up my large yellow onion. Before we go any further, I'm going to let you know that we use every portion of this onion. So now when I slice this up right here, slice up this onion, we are going to just put the actual peelings inside of this larger jar, and I'm going to add water to it to be an insect repellent for our garden in the spring, or it could be used for, the skins can actually be used for some, I know this sounds interesting to a lot of people, but onion tea. Onion tea is actually good. You can add a little bit of honey to it. You can eat it raw. You soak your peelings in water, warm water, for about, I would say an hour. I would say an hour. You can do it less than that, but that also is good for this season of colds, flu, etc. Like almost like a natural antibiotic. Instead of getting antibiotics from the store, get your antibiotics from your kitchen. All right, so we have our onion all peeled and all set, and then we can add our peelings to our jar. Some is falling out, but that's all going to be added to that jar, and I'm going to add some lukewarm water, and that can last for years. I'm telling you, years inside of water. Now I'm going to dice our onion. I did have a little story, a backstory to tell with some of our clients, or what you say, that people that we do try to help with natural remedies to getting better. We had a couple of ladies that had we had that a few years ago. We've been going through that big C-19 thing that was going on around the world, basically. And we told them to make some onion and syrup, this mixture, onion and syrup, soak it over 24 hours at night, and take this syrup, and inshallah, you will feel better. You know, if God wills, you'll feel better in I don't know, it could be a couple of hours, days, or whatnot, depending on the severity of it. So anyway, this lady, I believe she had C-19 for, oh my gosh, she said about 2 weeks, and she was terrible, having flu-like symptoms. She was having body aches, throwing up, couldn't move, couldn't open her house. She lost her sense of smell. She lost her sense of taste. I mean, even to the point where she said she lost the ability to somewhat hear. It was so much congestion. And she was going through a lot. So anyway, we told her to make this mixture of onion and syrup. You know, onion and honey. I'm sorry, it's not syrup. Onion and honey, organic honey, raw honey and manuka honey. And she made this. She soaked it overnight, like we said. And I believe someone made it for her because she was out of it. She soaked it over there. They soaked it overnight. And I kid you not, she called us back, I would believe that it was the next day in the afternoon, and she said, "You wouldn't believe what I'm doing right now." And I was like, "Okay, what are you doing right now? Hoping not in the hospital," you know? And she said, "I'm up and about, and I'm in my car, and I'm driving." And I'm like, "Wow, that's excellent." And so she says, "I took 2 tablespoons of that onion and honey mixture." And of course, you don't eat the onions. I mean, you can if you want to, if you're that type of person. I like eating raw onions, okay? But she took 2 tablespoons of that onion and honey mixture, and she said almost immediately she felt like mucus broken up. She was coughing up a lot of the stuff. She was getting rid of it. And she said in a couple of hours, she took a nap, and she said she felt energized and a lot better. Long story short, she recovered from that without getting no vax or without getting any medication or antibiotics that her doctor wanted her to be on. And I mean, it was amazing. But anyway, let's get back to making this simple 2-ingredient elixir. Now we've sliced and diced our onions just like this, simple. Slice and dice. And now we're going to add layer by layer. We're going to add onions first, then our honey. Make sure it's pure organic, a trusted source of honey. And like, we get local honey. We get local honey from the Amish, and we also get local honey from our local Whole Food stores or Sprouts or whatnot. So, or Manuka honey. We prefer Manuka honey because it has a healing factor. So we're gonna do that first. We're gonna get about a tablespoon of onions, put it at the bottom of this and this mason jar, and go from there. All right, so I'm going to take a tablespoon of these onions, if I get it all on there, and add it to my jars. First tablespoon, and then this is the second. All right, here's our jars. Then we are going to add about 2 tablespoons of honey. Now we are going to add 2 tablespoons of the honey. It's gonna just look like this. And then on the other side, we're going to add a tablespoon of honey. I'm sorry, it got kind of leaky right there because I'm not paying attention. And this is how we're going to look for now. I know a lot of people think that's, oh my gosh, honey and onions. Well, you know what? Medication and other things with all those side effects can be a lot worse. So you take this down real quick with some, take it down, let it, little simmer in your body a little bit, and then drink some water afterwards. I mean, just like if you like curry with onions, if you like anything sweet and savory with onions, it's delicious. So don't worry really about the taste. So again, we are going to add another tablespoon of onion. Into the other cup as well. And make sure your ingredients are organic or grown or your own. Like, we grow our own onions and stuff, so. But if you can't, try to get organic. All right, then we're going to go in with another layer of honey. In this bottle as well. All right, we're just gonna keep on layering that up until we get to the top. As you can see how it looks now. So we're gonna let these infuse into the honey. That's what the goal is, for the onion, the nutrients from the onion to infuse into our honey. So now we're going to tap this off with some Manuka honey. So now this Manuka honey is from New Zealand. It's from the honey company. And this is quite pricey because it has 829 plus mgl, which is a healing factor of the honey. So it's good for colds, anything. Ugh. It's an excellent product. So this is 20 plus UMF. And you can get it, you can order it. But if you want to look at what this product is, you can scan this, pause this and scan this QR code. And it's halal, MGO certified, kosher certified, and non-GMO. And if you want to pause it, you can as well, you can look at what the perks are in product care, warning, and where it's from. And also, this product is certified traceable. You can see exactly where it came from. Now, back to the onion syrup mixer. We are going to top it off with just a drop of Manuka honey. I'm sorry, onlookers of this video, but I keep on saying syrup. For some reason, syrup is on my mind, but it is honey and onion mixture. Okay, and this is Manuka honey, and we have this mixture of honey, raw honey right here, and onions. Honey. I need to make some pancakes with some syrup or something to get that word out my head. All right, so I got our Manuka honey right here. We're going to add it. Such a beautiful golden color. going to add some to the top of our jar. This is a little bit more dense than the raw honey. I'm going to add some to this one too. All right, so now we're going to top this off with the last of our raw honey. I think this is pretty. It's just satisfying even making it. Make sure you cover up all your onions. And this is how the whole entire mixture looks. And like I said, the onions are going to infuse inside of your honey. And although this looks unappealing, maybe undesirable to some, it is ultra healthy. Very, very healthy, especially in this flu season, C19, whatever you want to call it. It'll be excellent, especially for strep throat, sore throats, anything. So let's top it off and we're gonna seal it off. So this is our completed elixir for the season. Those bubbles will go away. You can actually turn your jars upside down to let it infuse a little bit better. And I'm gonna add a little bit of water to our little bug repellent for our plants in our greenhouse for the winter. Just add some warm water. Just cover up all those onion peels. Bugs don't like onions or the smell of onions, so this can sit for years. All right, there is our bug repellent for our plants. We said we're gonna let this sit overnight or for 24 hours and a couple of weeks. It makes the longer it sits, the stronger the infusion is and the stronger the effect is when you're sick, especially if you're dealing with something more serious like the flu or strep throat. You want to let this infuse for about up to 2 to 3 weeks. But other than that, when it does do that, you want to take the honey part, and you're going to take a teaspoon or a tablespoon, depending on how much you can tolerate sweetness. But you can take up to a tablespoon in the morning time before you put anything else on your stomach. And this right here will do excellent. I'm telling you, we have witness statements of saying how good this thing works, like the story I told you earlier about it. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all comment, share this video if you found it useful, and share this video if you found it useful, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. So it's early in the morning, and I'm going to take our honey and onion mixture. And also you can take it to boost your immune system. You see the texture? It's a lot thinner now. This is 24 hours later. Like I said, you can take it with the onions, or the most important part is the honey mixture.